Just a little teaser of what's to come. It's finally here, the video where I try to make sense of these new claims that LeBron is consistently in the positives of the plus minus column, and that the Lakers as a team are like a negative billion without him on the court, but in the positives when LeBron is on the court. Now, this does not pass the eye test, so myself and some of you out there thought, something's up. Now, I went back to the Heat game, November 6th. This is not by any means the best evidence that I have. I've posted some more games since that time that show that this is a complete absurdity, but this is the one that started it all, got us thinking. It's like, wait a minute, that can't be right. And it was following this game that they continuously were coming on the talk shows and saying that the Lakers were dreadful without LeBron.
Without LeBron James, this team is minus 87.
With him off the floor, minus 70.
And this is also the game where they complained, the Lakers complained to the league about the officiating. There's so much BS here that I had to split the plus minus and the foul calls into two different videos. I'll get to the foul calls later. Many of you have said that you like the long form videos. Well, I hope that's true because this one's really long. Now for some context. The previous 2 seasons, a lot of my videos showed how often LeBron was a double-digit negative. I mean, a few games where he was a negative 30-something. I mean, several like that. So all of a sudden, here in the 2023-2024 season, he's consistently a positive, and yet it doesn't look like his game has actually improved. If anything, it might have even gotten worse. So how? How? But not just that. When LeBron was consistently in the negatives, no one was talking about it. Now he's supposedly in the positives, and they're talking about it all the time. That alone makes it kind of controversial. The other controversy is the plus minus stat in itself. A lot of people don't trust it, people don't get it, or they don't understand it. Some people haven't even heard of it. But now that LeBron is in the pluses, it's being shoved down our throats. I had the hypothesis that they were depending on the fact that people don't really understand it, so no one can go and refute it. No one can prove that it's not true. Just keep saying this thing that sounds good. They don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds good. Again, this by far is not the worst game I could have chosen to humiliate LeBron James. I just want you to look at this Heat game and tell me how what you see happening causes you to conclude that the Lakers are terrible without him. Here we go. So let me say something as LeBron has an assist to Austin Reeves there. I can't show every second of the game. I'm going to just try and focus on plus minus stuff. There was an assist. We'll count that as going into the plus category. But it's important to remember that that does nothing but put him on the same category as Austin Reeves with his assist to D'Lo right there. Also, what is LeBron's significance on this play that another player couldn't have contributed? Just standing out of the way. Remember, we're trying to make sense of the idea that the Lakers are terrible without LeBron on the court.
And I know they haven't been playing well without LeBron.
So we need to see what it is that LeBron does that the Lakers, without him, can't accomplish. And if you said having a teammate who will come walking up the court late and try and get a drive at an open lane and then miss the layup anyway, then you're correct. That's what you get with LeBron James on the court. Now, it used to be 95% of the time the refs would give him a bailout call there. Now it's only about 75 to 80% of the time, and he's not very happy about that. Does not knowing where the guy you're guarding is count as a plus? I mean, they should have fucking hit Butler on that cut. And there is LeBron's signature help without the help. I know. You LeBron people are already saying, oh, you're just a hater. It's the only freaking argument you guys can come up with. Tell me what LeBron brought to the team there. You telling me that having someone with a better attitude wouldn't have resulted in at least a little bit more effort? And all the excuses that I know you're trying to spew out right now, just stop and understand that you're making excuses for someone being a bad member of a team. Can we get to the bottom line that he's hurting the team? Fucking give every excuse your limited minds can come up with, and it won't change the fact that the end result is him hurting them. Thanks for joining AD and LeBron, behind AD even. Tell me how LeBron helped this offensive play at all. At all. Tell me who can't fulfill this role right here. Give me the laziest, most unathletic one of you watching, and we can put you on the court for that fucking role. And remember, hey, I wouldn't be nitpicking, I wouldn't be petty and pointing all this shit out if I didn't turn on ESPN and have them tell me how terrible the Lakers are without LeBron.
The Lakers with James on the floor are at plus 47. With him off the floor, minus 70.
Show me evidence of a 117 plus minus differential in this game or any game due to the loss of LeBron James. Well, here we go with another crucial role. Bam got teed up for that, by the way. I'll just leave this here for you to think about. I mean, you look at the league, they've been calling some interesting tees on people lately, and yet you will see LeBron James basically take a baseball bat to the referees and not get called. Why do I mention that? Well, if LeBron James was being called for tees the way he should be getting called for tees, you think that that would be helping the team? Does Eric Spoelstra age? Let's watch AD come over and swat. That was help defense, except that included help. What the fuck was that? Wow, the Laker announcers even said that he was out of control and just threw it up. That's what you call a bailout. Bailout. Bail out. Man, I don't want to spend forever on this because I've got so much footage of it, but just look at LeBron. I mean, stop praising what he's doing in year 21 when what he's doing in year 21 is watching people. What did he contribute to that play? This is actually really important when it comes to the plus minus and the on-court, off-court crap that they're selling you because, hey, he was on court and they scored. What the hell did he have to do with it? Let this image stick in your mind. Let it burn into your brain because it represents LeBron James's career the last 5 years. And if he's not doing this, he's waiting for a moment when everyone forgets that he's out there, and then he cuts to the hoop for a layup. Oh, what he's doing at age 38, 39, 40. At the other end, LeBron doesn't play defense. AD pulls down a rebound and has a great assist to Reeves. That has nothing to do with LeBron James being on the court. Nothing. Now, this one's going to be featured in the foul episode, but I got to mention it here too because you're going to consider it a positive. You know, AD lobbed it in there to him. I guess you're going to technically consider this a foul. It's a disgusting, embarrassing excuse for a foul and a good representation of the NBA these days. But back to the context of plus minus, is that special? Who the fuck can't be underneath the rim? I'll skip showing the billionth undeserved free throw that he gets to add to his point total, but let's look at Jimmy Butler just pull up and drain it right in his face. What the Lakers can't do without that incredible defense? So here LeBron ends up passing off of AD's legs or the defender's legs, but it bounces back into his hands for an unexpected and easy bucket. Hey, I can't take the bucket away. Are they going to count that as an assist to himself? Everything going to the plus minus category, technically, but it's not passing the eye test. This rebound is mind-blowing. I don't know any other Laker that could have pulled down that rebound. Reeves has a pretty impressive putback here, and LeBron is about as far away from the play as can be. Gee, I wonder why LeBron doesn't get offensive rebounds. He's getting a head start to get back on D. And Colin Cowherd would tell you guys that this is smart. This is good basketball. Now, I know you LeBron people wet your pants over this play, but I've got to make fun of this. Oh, man. So even without anyone contesting the shot, he decides to be overly dramatic and fall backwards, flare out his legs, and then stumble into the crowd. None of that was necessary. Those stupid theatrics are the things that you don't do if you're actually worried about injuries or fighting an injury or whatever fucking LeBron lie is currently taking place. He makes this 1 in a billion times. Like these days, that position for him means it's going off the side of the backboard. You should get benched for taking a shot like that. Is it the right shot? Is it a smart shot? Or is it a ball hog shot that he's fortunate went in? Not that anyone would criticize him anyway. I know I blew a lot of time on that. I'm sorry. But it's for a purpose. That's as good as it gets for LeBron James. Look at AD's effort. However, he does land on Butler. That's a foul. It's certainly a foul if you do that to LeBron. But Butler just pops up and keeps playing. I like it. Now, as was pointed out to me by MLJ The Shield, they sub LeBron out when the other team is shooting free throws. So even if that had gone in, it wouldn't have made LeBron look bad in terms of the on-court, off-court score differential. Come on, Bam. So if you didn't notice, the Lakers had a 2-point lead when LeBron goes to the bench. Here's some beautiful basketball. Well done, AD. And now the Lakers have a 3-point lead with LeBron on the bench.
And I know they haven't been playing well without LeBron.
Now, Miami does end up scoring here, but look at the hustle by both teams. Look at the life out there. Now, Cam has to go down and help against Adebayo, and then that leaves a shooter open. But at least Cam tried. At least he closed out. That was help defense with the help. It just didn't turn out well. Here we have a nifty series of passes between Reeves and AD and Christie. I mean, AD has more vision than LeBron.
And I know they haven't been playing well without LeBron.
Is this a good time for me to point out that they won their only game without LeBron? So Miami gets some free throws, so the score ends up tied going into the second. So remember, even with all of LeBron's BS that I pointed out, the Lakers were managing to hang in there. And the best, if you want to argue that this is in LeBron's favor because they lost a 2-point lead, all you have to work with numerically is a 2-point lead, not this insane crap that ESPN is telling you.
With LeBron James, this team is plus 29. Without LeBron James, this team is minus 87.
But unfortunately for you LeBron fans, who I'm sure are tuning out about now, that plus minus BS only goes downhill in terms of evidence for LeBron from here. Just so the numbers don't sneak away from us, let's do a recap of Q1. And LeBron, maybe one reason that the Lakers are so close is that LeBron didn't attempt any threes. And miraculously, he didn't have any turnovers. But he has 9 points of 33. I mean, that sounds like fairly well distributed points. LeBron only had 1 assist. LeBron will end up with 5 turnovers by the end of the game and will go 0 for 4 from 3. So clearly the first period is going to be his best period in terms of his plus minus. I'm just setting the stage because if you don't have convincing evidence by the end of the first that the Lakers suck without LeBron, then you're hosed. It only gets worse for LeBron from here.
The Lakers with James on the floor are at plus 47. With him off the floor, minus 70.
That's what they're saying during the Heat game. And they said it before the Heat game, and they've said it every game after that game.
Yeah.
With LeBron James, this team is plus 29. Without LeBron James, this team is minus 87.
And I know they haven't been playing well without LeBron on the floor.
Let's do a recap of exactly what LeBron contributed. And since most LeBron fans think offensively, his points. Let's look at his points. He had 9 total. 3 of those were free throws. None of those trips to the free throw line were deserved, in my opinion. 2 of those free throws came on this, where he was basically falling down and then threw the ball up with his offhand behind him and was rewarded with a trip to the foul line. The other one was where he lazily was already at the other end of the court, underneath the hoop, got touched on the hip, right underneath the hoop. So, I'm not too proud of the 2 points that he made there, personally. And I don't think he should have gone to the free throw line. Again, everything was a layup right next to the rim, with the exception of that ridiculous fall-away shot. He made 3 buckets. When I say he made 3 buckets, does that help you calm down a little bit? Because Anthony Davis made 3 buckets. Austin Reeves made 3 buckets. Like I already said, I don't feel very good about these trips to the foul line that he received. But even if you don't agree with me, isn't it interesting to consider that if LeBron wasn't being given, sorry, I did it again, but this is how I feel about it. If he wasn't being gifted these trips to the free throw line, his on-court advantage would diminish even further. So we move into Q2 with the score tied 33-33. I'm sorry, but what is that right there? The lane? That paint? What in the hell? And look at LeBron. Jokic just got teed up for less than that. Everyone gets teed up for less than that. We'll save that for the foul episode. In the meantime, let's make sure everyone is excited. What LeBron brings to the team when he's on the floor is being able to drive a completely wide open lane. Where else can you find a player that can do that in the NBA? 16 seconds on the shot clock. Way to run an offense. Way to facilitate. Wow. Way to hit it off the back iron. There's a plus for you. I don't know who could pull off this defensive assignment. Amazing, LeBron. I don't know who else could have pulled down that rebound either. It's so good to have him on the floor. Must be nice to have a guy who flails his arms even during the layup attempt and quits, leaves his team in a 4-on-5 situation yet again. I guess it's his energy, his leadership, his determination that is the plus while he's on the floor. They dodged a bullet. The Heat missed that 3. Anyway, now LeBron's mad, so he's going to force it in, which leads to a turnover. And he's so disappointed, and I guess the refs, his teammates, the other team for playing D on him, that he's going to take a knee. I actually remember this pose. This is the same pose he struck against the Celtics when he didn't get the foul at the end of the game, the little fingertip touch, and they went and complained to the league, much like they went and complained to the league after this game. LeBron practicing his dramatic poses. What a leader. At the other end, LeBron leaves the Lakers shorthanded again. This turns into an easy bucket. Thanks, LeBron. So that forces the Lakers to call a timeout, which means that LeBron cost his team a timeout. But since it is a timeout, let's reflect on the score. Oh my goodness. The Heat are up by 5, 40-35. Remember, it was tied. LeBron has been in the entire second. Explain to me, in combination with his terrible defense, terrible attitude, terrible shot selection that I just showed you, how the Lakers being down 5 equates to the Lakers being a plus with LeBron on the floor. So we get back from the break. There's LeBron, still complaining. Jesus Christ, look at that mug. That should be a technical by itself. Look at this right here. It must be really fun to be a LeBron teammate. Look at this inbound. Here, buddy, fuck up your shooting percentage, not me. Lakers finally score with LeBron on the court. Tell me what he had to do with it. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of I Always Make the Right Play, James. If that includes getting stuffed when you force a layup,
when you had teammates open, and you're so disappointed that you leave your team to play 4-on-5 for, good Lord, I've already lost count. In just one game, how many times is this already? Is that a plus? LeBron never did get across half court, but that's okay because Reeves stole the ball. Reeves drove it all the way down. Reeves scored. You know what this had in common? LeBron didn't touch the ball. This is how the Lakers are scoring while LeBron is on the court. Is LeBron not touching the ball? Wow, they called a foul there. Austin Reeves is learning a few things from LeBron, isn't he? Well, free throws are like halftime. They take so long, so let's look at the score. The Heat are still in the lead, but only by 3. But note, the only points that the Lakers scored was by keeping the ball out of LeBron's hands.
They didn't keep it completely out of his hands, unfortunately for them. He had 6 field goal attempts, only made 2 of them. He went 0 for 2 from 3. He had 0 offensive rebounds and 2 turnovers. He registered a -5 in the second. That sounds more like a -30 to me. And yet, what do we hear in that same game?
The Lakers with James on the floor are at plus 47. With him off the floor, minus 70.
This next play that you see is the NBA's fault. They taught him to behave this way. Just go charging and start complaining. He got stripped. The ball went out of bounds off of him. And yet, the Lakers got the ball. Instead of getting teed up for all of these antics here the way Jokic would have, they reward him. They actually give the Lakers the ball. Dude, you're out of control, and they played D. That's a strip. Anyway, the Lakers score again by keeping the ball out of LeBron's hands. So they've cut it to a 1-point lead, no thanks to LeBron and his magical, magical defense. What would you do without that? Wait for it, and LeBron with another uncalled T, always complaining. And LeBron goes to the bench, so let's look at the score. The 5-point lead that the Heat gained with LeBron on the floor has been cut down to only a 2-point lead, but let's recall that all the points scored by the Lakers were scored by players that weren't LeBron, with the exception of one give-me layup, an outlet pass, the result, once again, of the Lakers working hard and LeBron reaping the benefits. Within less than a minute of LeBron going to the bench, the Lakers have tied it. Oh good, 3 minutes left and LeBron comes back into the game. And the Lakers are treated to another episode of Mr. Forgetful, where's my man? But the Heat can't find Butler. Take a look at that. Look at that. Look at LeBron realizing where Butler is under the rim. Next, we have another episode of Help Minus the Help starring LeBron James. I don't know if he was like boxing out to make sure none of his teammates could play D, but he basically helped the Heat get to the rim there. Heat regained the lead, 54-52, within a minute of LeBron returning to the game.
And I know they haven't been playing well without LeBron.
Watch this play. Not only does LeBron have nothing to do with Christian Wood making this, as soon as he sees Wood release it, he takes off to get a head start to the other end. I'll save this for the officiating video, but what happens next is LeBron camping in the paint for almost the entire shot clock. Uncalled. LeBron finally gets an assist thanks to a great finish by Reeves, but that's the closest thing to a positive I've been able to point out regarding LeBron James in quite some time. Here's an example of LeBron always fouling the shooter with his offhand. You know, whether you think that that should count as a foul or not, they sure call it anytime someone has a hand on LeBron. But that goes in the foul episode. So with LeBron on the court, the Heat have extended their lead 62-57, and stupid-ass LeBron, shitty, clutchless LeBron, ego-filled LeBron is still going to try and take that last shot for himself. And is he going to make it? Fuck no, he's not going to make it. Austin Reeves saves his ass yet again. Halftime hits. It's time to look at that score. And it's time to reflect on the fact that almost everything... All right, Q3, 62-59. LeBron is in, as evidenced by his moving screen. You might think that's not a big deal, except that Bam Adebayo got called for a screen that was moving less than that one. Watch how crucial LeBron is to this play.
With LeBron James, this team is plus 29.
Good job, LeBron. The Lakers are so much better with you on the floor. I got one word right here. Inspiring. And watch Mr. Inspiration play a crucial role in D'Lo getting to the hole here. What's the inner monologue of Jimmy Butler on this? Is that all you have for me? I guess I'll shoot it in your face. Bam. I think we need to pause and have a reality check that the Lakers' points so far in this half have been scored without LeBron having anything to do with it, and the Heat are shooting right in LeBron's mug. Even as I say that, here come the Lakers scoring again with LeBron having nothing to do with it. That was an assist from Reeves. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that LeBron fans are calling me a hater and that I'm nitpicking right now. Hey, I don't like being lied to. I don't think anyone else watching likes being lied to. I'm countering the lies. If you want to absolve LeBron of any wrongdoing or having anything to do with that, that's up to you. But don't get mad at me that I come on here and show the truth when the league is literally lying to us about the plus minus. This third period, for example, the Lakers scored 20. LeBron had 4 of those. 100% of those 4 were easy transition layups that you'd really credit to the teammates for hustling and then tossing him the ball. He had 0 rebounds, 0 assists, and registered a -5. And yet, it did not stop the television analysts from after this game going on and on about how bad the Lakers are without him on the floor. I guess LeBron people are trying to say that LeBron facilitated somehow or was an important distraction, but you go look at that footage. You're just lying to yourself. Mr. Spot-Up Shooter, he makes the offense work and get him an open shot, which he misses. I guess that's a plus somehow. Just like him keeping an eye on the ball as the ball goes by is a plus. LeBron James, help without the help. What is his role on offense? Supervisor? And here we're reminded that LeBron is allowed to run through screens. And now LeBron will finally get his points. How? Through his teammate giving up the ball, giving him the easy points. Wide open, uncontested. Way to go, King. You're finally on the board. Be sure to check out my other video featuring this play. Look at Jimmy Butler, able to deny Mr. In the Gym himself. A broken play by the Heat leads to another. LeBron James, wide open layup. You just saw all 4 of LeBron's points for the period. Transition layups. No wonder he's so insecure. I mean, if the only points you were scoring were transition layups, you'd have to start realizing something. Here LeBron shows how powerful its defense is. LeBron didn't know where his man went, and the passer didn't know where the man went. And despite the Heat fucking up that badly, somehow they're still in the lead by 1 point. Yeah, demand that ball, LeBron, and shoot with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Good offense. Hey, after making 0 so far this game, I guess he was just feeling it. Look at LeBron here. He's like, fuck. Is it time to run again? Hey, don't worry, LeBron. They don't need you. Austin Reeves and the Lakers show they don't need you at all. But hey, thanks for joining.
You bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration.
It's a good thing LeBron got a head start on D so that he could watch that dunk go right past him. You know, considering what I just showed you, it's pretty appalling that they are featuring him right after what I showed you. After that abysmal third period, they're featuring him on the screen. You're going to tell me that you're not being LeBrainwashed? Okay, he's taking a break. Let's check out the score. So the Heat have a 5-point lead, and that was done with LeBron James on the court.
With LeBron James, this team is plus 29.
If you say so, Rachel. A couple of things to consider here. I showed you that the points that the Lakers did score were not thanks to LeBron James, unless you want to count him being given easy open lobs thanks to his teammates. So they didn't need him for the offense. His defense was basically abysmal. And even if you don't like either of those opinions I just shared, the bottom line is that this plus-minus thing, on and off the court, is based on the Lakers losing if LeBron is not on the court. Well, you can see that the Lakers lose with LeBron on the court. So how can what they are selling be true? Okay, the Lakers had a rough patch there. It happens, and the lead has gone from 5 points to 8 points when LeBron checks back in. The tiniest bit of evidence possible, 3 points, to say that the Lakers suffered without LeBron, which still doesn't make sense because I showed you what LeBron brought to the table when he was out there. So anyway, now that he's back in, let's see what happens. LeBron very toughly takes a smaller defender to the hole, and he only needs to fully extend his arm to do it, and get rejected, and quit on the play. But this is a reminder that the Lakers didn't need him in the first place, as D'Lo scores while LeBron is in the corner complaining. At the other end, LeBron doesn't miss a opportunity to complain, and the refs seem quite happy to give him private meetings whenever he wants one. Their tolerance of him has no limits. He didn't like what that ref said, so he bugs another ref. Still bugging that ref. And he doesn't like what that ref said, so he goes over and bugs this ref. Jesus. And then he goes and cries to Darvin. He's like, can you believe this shit? Anyway, since LeBron checked back in, the Heat have managed to extend that lead to 13 points. From 8 points to 13 points. And what has LeBron been? A minute and a half? And look at him in the corner. He's so upset he's not participating at all. And the Lakers score without him again.
You're the inspiration.
Way to close the third with some inspiring participation, LeBron. And the Heat have an 11-point lead, which means the Lakers did not improve with LeBron on the floor. Now, reflect on that period that I just showed you and think about how the Lakers scored with LeBron not being involved whatsoever. In fact, the only plays LeBron seemed involved in on any level were his easy opportunities, his fast break opportunities, which were also, how shall we start the fourth? With some inspiration?
You're the inspiration. You bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration.
Fuck me. Fuck the NBA. Is this the plan? Dribble, dribble, dribble while LeBron rests until the rest of the team forgets that the old man is out there, and then he cleans it up? On a second look, I think Austin just plain lost that, and it fell right into LeBron's hands. But seriously, this is the plus-minus that the Lakers can't live without? LeBron resting until an opportune moment? No one else can do that? That's irreplaceable? That's where the plus-minus comes from?
You're the inspiration.
I guess the Lakers can't survive without LeBron's bad passes and turnovers. He had 3 in the fourth alone. You think that had anything to do with them losing? Oh, how nice of you, admitting for once. Wow. Who else's fault would it have been? Hey, Austin, how about you work your ass off for that rebound and then give me the outlet pass so that I can have a transition layup? You know, I haven't been on the scoreboard and I'll just fall on my ass. Watch my full-length video on that one. All right, here, what's LeBron have to do with this play? Austin Reeves to the rescue. Jesus Christ, you guys have got to stop doing that stupid needle in your vein move after a three-pointer. Jesus Christ, Reeves, get over yourself. Disgusting. Someone punch that fuck. Save his career. Put him in his fucking place while he still can be saved. Let me blow your mind for a minute. Just listen. For the entire third period, the only points LeBron James scored, which was 2 buckets, were fast breaks, wide open layups, compliments of his team. So far in the fourth, same thing. Layups, compliments of his team. I mean, that's crazy. Through a period and a half, the only thing he's been able to put through the cylinder are fucking layups. Question for you. You think this is a timeout, or do you think the ball is live?
You're the inspiration. You bring feeling to my life.
Please watch LeBron James have absolutely nothing to do with Austin Reeves getting to the hoop here.
You're the inspiration.
No, but what a irreplaceable contribution LeBron had there. Here we have LeBron sort of chase down something and then not attempt a block, and we see the double standard of what he's allowed to get away with, but would be called a foul on someone else with him touching the player in the lower torso. And then, so Austin Reeves sets LeBron up with a dime. He makes another layup and violently whips around to curse at the official. No call. LeBron initiating contact, driving a clogged lane. Certainly don't see anything illegal. He's still yelling at the official. Still. And no T. At the other end of the court, where's LeBron's head at? Still complaining. Still yelling at the official over the previous play. And considering what we've seen people getting ejected for this season, it's freaking crazy. Another illegal screen. I'll clarify in another episode. This foul call goes under review, and the Heat get absolutely hosed. Absolutely hosed, but I'll include that in the foul episode. Holy moly, this was bad. Don't worry, Cam. Apparently that sort of free throw shooting makes you an MVP candidate. You know, the other day I said, whatever happened to head fakes? I mean, fuck you, Tyler Hero. Pull your fucking head out of your ass. So, thanks to Tyler Hero, I have to give LeBron a positive point, and that gives LeBron 4 layups and a block. Indispensable. So Christian Wood knocks down a big 3. LeBron did pass him the ball, so that's like the first assist I can remember in a while. And let's focus on LeBron, because clearly throwing a ball to a wide open player is the most impressive part of that play. Tyler Hero continues to fuck up, which is keeping the Lakers in the game, even with the piece of shit James on the floor. Right after I said that, Tyler Hero called for illegal defense. Thanks a lot, Hero. You are a real gem. But this does bring up the illegal defense topic, which I'll cover in another video. LeBron rarely wins a one-on-one against the smaller Butler, and he doesn't win it yet again. Is this just what he's going to do from now on? Needlessly go falling 5 to 7 feet out of bounds and risk hurting his ankle or his foot or someone on the sideline? I feel like he's done this with every turnaround jumper of the last several games. So on this play, LeBron loses the ball, and it ends up in Wood's hands. Now, this isn't me being a hater. Even the Lakers announcer said that that was a loose ball that just ended up in Wood's hands. LeBron lost it. You know, that was a turnover that ended up as 2 points. So I'm not pretending that the 2 points doesn't exist. I'm just asking you, this is the plus minus of LeBron being on the floor? Luck?
What's that a score? That was a loose ball.
God damn. Let the world know. Oh, blame somebody, LeBron. Jesus, the plus minus. One more time with the 2-year-old tantrum. There we go. My God, you crybaby bitch. Let me ask a question. What is the necessity of you throwing that before looking? Clearly your teammate's fault. You know, you LeBronites might be this shitty of a teammate when you're on the floor. Doesn't mean it's good. Fuck you, LeBron, and all LeBronites for trying to show the world that it's always someone else's fault. I mean, he's trying to show the world. How inspirational to his teammates. Dude, take a goddamn look where you're passing. Buckets in LeBron's face. Okay, every Laker, shrug your shoulders, so your hands up in the air, and show your disgust in LeBron. Do him the same as he does you. Now that that's out of my system, the real question is, does getting scored on equal a plus? Wood sets a screen for LeBron here. In the process of cutting to the basket, it's sort of a moving screen, but in any case, there's a plus for LeBron. I mean, it finally happened. That is the first bucket that was not a layup for LeBron James. LeBron absolutely commits a foul on Butler here, which I will include in the foul episode, and charges the ref, once again, demonstrative and doing things that would have other people kicked out for, and he's just fine. You know what? I gotta say hats off to her because he abused her all night and she stood her ground. This that you LeBron people I'm sure are proud of is called a give me layup. Whatever you do, don't foul him, the coach says. And in addition to that, it's a fucking layup. Oh God, someone help LeBron. There was a wrinkle in his jersey. Fuck, call Adam Silver. Once again, LeBron has nothing to do with this play. Congratulations, Christian Wood, an assist from Reeves. That's clutch that LeBron just doesn't possess. Look, I don't have a delusion that a star player has to be instrumental in every play until you start saying the bullshit that ESPN is saying. They make it sound like the Lakers are dead on their feet without LeBron when the opposite is true. Are you crediting LeBron with Christian Wood's three-point shooting? Are you crediting LeBron with Hero sucking? Are you crediting LeBron with Reeves' rebound? And the Heat inexplicably let tiny little Lowry be on LeBron, and LeBron is disgusting enough to shrug his shoulders after backing down someone incredibly smaller than him. And by the way, fuck LeBron Nation for thinking this is a shoulder ramming sport. You fucking bitch. At this point, you got to ask if Hero owed money to the mob. Holy shit, what the fuck was that? Lakers could take the lead here, but they foolishly throw the ball to LeBron. What the fuck has he done from the perimeter to make you have faith in him? So here, LeBron's out of control. Just runs right over the top. And even the Laker announcers said he was out of control. But nevertheless, it's a miracle that they didn't bail him out. Oh, LeBron's getting tough with Tyler Hero. It's LeBron's right to just talk shit without getting teed up. This is embarrassing. This is like what I said the other day. The guy has no creativity whatsoever. The only thing he has is his size and the refs. And every now and then the refs have to make the right call. So, turnover, LeBron James. Sounds like a plus with him on the floor to me. Yet another illegal screen. Fuck you, Tyler Hero, and your gambling debt. Man, the Heat are trying to give this away. You know what would be great for the Lakers? Is if they had a finisher, a clutch player, someone with a great shot, someone who can rise up over anyone in any situation. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? The Heat honestly are trying to give away this game. This goes in, but Bam traveled. Let's put the camera on LeBron since he's such a great closer. All eyes on LeBron. Passing up the ball and putting all the pressure on another teammate. A cold teammate. A teammate who hasn't hit all night. Great decision. You know, anyone who says this was LeBron's plan the whole time is full of shit. He got shut down in the lane. Collapsed on. Dude, you had a one-on-one situation with a smaller player at the top of the key. Why can't you rise up and hit a shot? I mean, we all know why. Just the LeBron world doesn't want to admit it. You're bigger than Butler and in a one-on-one. Have a pair of testicles and rise up and finish for yourself. I've said this a few times in my podcasts, and I'll say it again. It doesn't matter if LeBron scored X number of points. It doesn't change reality. LeBron could